Incredible Steph Curry social media act makes Brink call herself a sensitive gangster. They're both huge role models for me, so their support means the world, Brink once said about Steph and Curry, and she meant it. Being god siblings with the Cuis sounds like a dream, right? But let's be real, when your big bro figure is Stephen Curry, the bar is set insanely high. People expect you to walk that same path, carry yourself the same way, maybe even think the same way. But as made very clear recently, she's not Steph. Because Steph? He's just wired differently. Brink's bond with Curry isn't just cute, it's turned into a whole vibe. Earlier this year, the two launched their weekly talk show Straight to Cam, and yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. Unfiltered, honest, and all them. When they teased it on Instagram back in January, fans were promised a front-row seat to their real personalities. At Brink 22 and at Curly are ready to put their real selves on full display, directly and straight to Cam. And of course, Steph reposted it on his story, like any proud big bro would. And ever since, the Steph mentions just keep on coming. But what really had fans buzzing this time was a recent episode where Damian Lee dropped a hilarious secret about his brother-in-law. On an episode of Straight to Cam with Curry and Damian Lee, Cam couldn't believe what she was hearing. Damian dropped the bomb. I was next to him in the locker room. He would type in his name on Twitter at halftime, and then go crazy in the second half. Added that fans literally started sending hate tweets on purpose, just to fuel him. So naturally, turned to Cam and asked, could you do that? Go on social media and would that motivate you? Cam's response? Absolute gold. She just looked down and said pretty seriously, no, I'm just a sensitive gangster. And so whipped up a nickname, Sensitive Gangster Gal. Brink then added, absolutely not. I can't do it. People are mean. And speaking of her being sensitive, she definitely is, and Steph knows that better than most. During last year's All-Star weekend, Cam had promised she wouldn't take any more shots, but that promise went out the window real quick once Steph's gentleman's cut hit the table. As she put it, when you've got alcohol in your system and someone comes up and asks, are you okay? Like, how are you really doing? You turn into a puddle. In her case, that someone was Steph, being all sweet and philosophical, just trying to have a heart-to-heart conversation. But Cam was in no mood for that kind of emotional ambush mid-party. As she told it, and I was just like, Steven, if you keep talking to me, I'm going to cry in front of everybody. He was like, well, it's okay. But funnily enough, it's not just Steph's wild habits that set him apart from Brink, it's also the fact that she literally can't watch her own highlights the way he does. And we need to talk about he looks up his own highlights when he's bored. That's amazing, Cam had said before calling herself a sensitive gangster. I don't have enough highlights to look up when I'm bored. Just be like 4 minutes. And to be fair, she hasn't had many recent ones until now. After suffering a torn ACL in June 2024 during a game against the Connecticut Sun, Cam was out for 13 months. But she finally made her long-awaited season debut this week against the Las Vegas Aces, clocking 14 minutes off the bench and picking up 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, and even draining a 3-pointer. Cue the loudest cheers of the night. Brink is unbothered, unfiltered, and owns her online era. If you've ever stumbled onto Brink's Instagram, and with 1.4 million followers, chances are you'll quickly notice she doesn't just post highlights or brand deals. She shows up fully, goofy, glam, vulnerable, and unbothered by noise. And when trolls tried to come for her, she didn't flinch. After posting photos from her ACL surgery recovery in full hospital gear, some followers weirdly accused her of wearing makeup. She doing makeup in the hospital bed? One commented. Another added, who wears makeup to get surgery? But Cam clapped back instantly, writing on her story, I love that PPL think I have a full face of makeup on. Spoiler alert, she wasn't wearing any, the lashes were extensions and the lipstick was literally cranberry juice. But let's be real, this isn't new for Cam. She's been dealing with hate online since high school, jealousy, shade, all of it, and instead of letting it break her, she's just gotten smarter about how she handles it. Her advice? Touch grass, she said, dead serious. As much as it looks like I'm on social media, that is the facade. Life is so much more than social media. It's so much more than the drama in high school. Her message to girls growing up in the algorithm. Don't buy into the highlight reel. Don't.